Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. David here with AZ Project Speed. I wanted to show you guys today what I use for tools to work on my car. I am not a mechanic. I work on this in my garage on my spare time. I am actually in IT. I do cybersecurity, infrastructure for on-prem and in cloud. So I do this to stay sane. Anyways, I actually put this car together a couple of years ago and it's been driving great. I took it to the car shows, I've taken it to the dyno. And so the only reason why I pulled it apart is because I needed to update the oil pump. So that's why it's apart, and so now I'm kind of putting it back together. So in any case, I want to show you some of the tools that I use. I definitely do not spend money on tools when I don't have to. I don't have Snap-on, I don't have any of the fancy stuff, Cronewell or whatever all the other ones are. So let me show you what I got. Yeah, so here we go. For the most part, I use a combination of Harbor Freight stuff and maybe some Craftsman stuff. Harbor Freight and Craftsman's kind of what I use. And so a couple years ago for my birthday, I got this US General Series 3 toolbox. It's actually pretty nice. It's an 8 drawer, it's real nice. It's got all my, well, most of my tools in there. And I also have another US General toolbox over there that has all my electrical tools in there. So my hard tools, what I call my hard tools, like wrenches, ratchets, things like that, are in this toolbox. And in that toolbox, I have all my electrical cutters, crimpers, connectors, fuses, things like that. So, but for the most part, I will show you what I have. So, like I said, for the most part, it's Harbor Freight stuff, as you can tell, because it's the colored stuff, and it works well. I haven't had a problem with it. Again, I'm sure a professional mechanic would be using something a little bit more substantial than this. I have a variety of stuff. So, like, here's my Craftsman wrench here. Some other random stuff I did pick up when they were having a Christmas sale. I did pick up this little Icon mini ratchet. And I also have some Husky. So I've been using Husky stuff that I picked up at Home Depot, and some other various things, right? So kind of what I got. Let's see here. And here I got some wrenches, and I do have some Husky wrenches. Again, I picked these things up many years ago at Home Depot because I guess it was on sale. Here's my head gaskets. Let's see here. Now here's my drawer that has all my torque wrenches. Obviously, you do have to have torque wrenches if you're going to do this type of work appropriately, right? You want to make sure you torque down the heads appropriately. You want to make sure you torque all your fasteners appropriately. That's the key thing to working on automotive or anything that's high performance, is you got to have spec tools to do the spec work, right? So I have an old one I got for my birthday some 20 years ago. So I got my torque wrenches there. And then here I got some other wrenches. I have some, a little wrench set for little tight spots that I need to get into. So I have my calipers here. You got to have calipers if you're doing spec work, right? So if you're going to measure like push rod lengths, or if you're measuring clearances on certain things, these come in very handy. And this is a large one. I got this one so I can do push rods. And then I have a smaller one for other miscellaneous things. And so there's my small one there. So standard size, if you will. All right, in this bottom drawer here, we have another ratchet set from Husky, tap and die set here. I have some connectors, and I have a scope. So you gotta have a scope if you want to see in tight spaces. This right here is my scope. But I also picked up a new scope for Christmas. Put this on my Amazon wish list. And this scope right here has the monitor and the scope right here on, all connected in one unit, right? And it's got a USB-C charge port, and it's already charged, ready to go. And this particular scope will do the front-facing camera or a side-facing camera. So if you need to stick it into a tight space and be able to see at a right angle, right? The camera's right there on the side. You can flip the camera from the forward-facing camera or the side-facing camera. So this thing's pretty neat. So you gotta have that. So in my bottom drawer here, I got, you know, just some miscellaneous things. An old school light battery powered. This thing's pretty cool. I also have my digital dial indicator with magnetic base. This comes in handy for certain things. So I got that. That's pretty cool. And for drills, I've been using this rigid set for, I've had this rigid set for, I don't know, about 7, 8 years now. And it's been around, but this impact right here, this impact works great. It will take lug nuts off that were torqued down up to 150 foot-pounds, and it will put them on with 3 Ugga-Duggas up to 150 foot-pounds. So I like this. I still use it. I hope that I can still get the batteries for it. This drill set and all this impact right here. Been using this for quite some time, but I have picked up a new set. I picked up a new set of Craftsman stuff that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, but as I get there, I did want to show you some other things. I do some welding as well, right? So I've learned how to TIG and MIG, and I do use this welder down here. So you know we got to be sporting the Harbor Freight Unlimited 140 multi-process welder. This thing comes in clutch. It works well. It was inexpensive. I was able to do my exhaust. So the next thing I want to show you is for those of you in tight spaces, this is a great setup that I have. I used one of these racks, cheap rack. I think this was $150, $200, and I made the center area right here into a workbench. So all I did was I got some plywood and put it on there. And same thing up here. I put some plywood on here because it comes with this grate, right? So I'm able to put stuff up here and store things up here, like, you know, spray paints, and also my 6-ton heavy jacks, again, from Harbor Freight. And down here, I'm able to do work, right? So I can do assembly work on my heads. I can do assembly work on other items. And it's pretty cool. This thing works great. I mean, the one thing I should do is I should tie it to the wall so it doesn't fall over, but we don't have earthquakes here in Arizona, so I guess I'm not too worried about that. But anyways, I want to get to the next part here and show you the tools that I got from Craftsman. They're freaking badass, so let me show you what I got. So just to start off, we went with Craftsman because my girlfriend, she wanted to get this Craftsman electric powered V20 lawnmower, and this thing is great. We only have a small piece of lawn. The batteries will last for a couple of weeks on this thing, and so we picked this up. And we also got the blower, which is all Craftsman V20, and so we got these 2 items right here, which is why I went with Craftsman. So because we have the lawnmower, the V20 lawnmower, and also the Craftsman leaf blower, we already have Craftsman batteries and chargers, right? So it made sense for me to go with this new setup that I'm going to show you right now. So I'm bringing it back to the old school Craftsman days, man. I used to have Craftsman back in the day, and so now I'm kind of going back to Craftsman. So for Christmas, I got these Lowe's gift cards, and so today I went and bought these today, and it was a pretty sweet deal. It was a buy this battery pack for 99 bucks and get this tool for free, or a tool like it, right? So this is the 3/8 V20 drive. I also picked this one up here, which is the brushless compact 1/4-inch impact drive kit. And I haven't taken it out of the box yet, but it looks pretty short, so I like that because I can put it into tight spaces. And again, this takes the V20 battery, and this one comes with a battery. This is just the tool without the battery. And obviously now I have more batteries. I got a new battery with a charger to go with my other existing batteries, and I'll be able to use all these batteries across all these tools and still be able to use the lawnmower and the leaf blower, right? So, but I also have this that I bought about a year ago. I bought this. I was doing some other work where I needed an impact. And again, this is a brushless. I bought the tool only. It was 99 bucks. So now I have pretty much all Craftsman stuff that I can start using. I also picked up this Craftsman inverter. So I use this to, you know, it's got a 110 outlet and also USB-C and USB-A. And I can hook this into any one of these batteries here and be able to run, you know, charge my laptop. Very low. I think it's 120 volts or 150 watts. This will do 150 watts. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and open these up and see what's inside. So I'm gonna start off with the battery and charger combo. This is their V20 4 amp hour lithium battery and charger kit. The only thing is this is a 4 amp hour and I have a 5 amp hour. I have another 5 amp hour and I have another 5 amp hour. So I wish this was a 5 amp hour one so it would match all the other batteries that I have, but you know, I got it for a pretty good deal, so we'll go with it. But I'm not gonna open this up because obviously we can see what's in there. But we'll go ahead and we'll get started with this one right here. Let's get this guy open. This kit right here comes with a battery, a 2 amp hour battery, comes with a tool, and it was 79 bucks, I believe. So let's see what we got. So we have the tool, and it's a compact. This guy right here does up to 2100 inch-pounds max torque. Compact 1 1.25 inch impact driver kit, and that's kind of cool. It does feel light, so that's good. It does come with the battery charger, so now I have more battery chargers. It comes with its battery. So 2 amp hour battery, lightweight. There we go. That's kind of cool. It also comes with, looks like a belt clip. So it comes with a belt clip that you'll just attach right there to the side, and that way you can hang it on your belt. Probably more for contractors and tradesmen. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, now I have a sort of a matching set here. I bought this a couple years or a year and a half ago, so it's not as new as this one, but it is brushless. It is the RP. And so now we'll go into this tool here. Let's see. So this is the tool only, so it doesn't come with any batteries. It just comes with the tool itself, but as you can see, I have plenty of batteries. So it's got a lock here. Let's put one of these batteries on there. Fully charged. Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of lightweight. I wish that the batteries were a little lighter, but you know, if you want to have capacity, you got to have a big battery, right? I could use the 2 amp hour battery, but I did notice that when I use 2 amp hour batteries, the tool is just a little bit weaker, right? It doesn't have the oomph or the punch that a 5 amp hour battery would have. So, but this works. This is pretty cool. And so, you know, Lowe's, man, they have the battery. You buy the battery and charger for 99 bucks and you get the tool for free. Now they do have other tools that you can select. They have a couple of options there. I think the deal's good up until January 7th or something like that. So, but this is what I got. This is what I'm using. So yeah, that's what I have. This is the tools that I use to get the Camaro done. Everything that I have, it allows me to finish this appropriately, gets it done right. I have everything that I need. I'm excited for the new Craftsman tool set that I'm going to use. It's lightweight, it's brushless, and the battery packs, they last much longer. I haven't had any problems with the tools that I have, so I'm sure if I was working on some more exotic cars, I need some more exotic tools, but until then, you know, we'll just continue using this stuff. So, but anyways, if you have any questions or comments, please put those down below. Hit that like button and do it for Biff. Peace.